Good morning, everyone. This is Vasudesh Pandey from Easylib Software Private Limited. Today's topic of webinar is periodicals. Periodicals management in Easylib 6.4 is what we are going to cover today. The agenda for today's webinar is going to be like this. So we are going to cover maintenance of journals, what all journals you have subscribed, year-wise volume and issues list. We are going to cover the subscriptions and renewals management. We will cover automatic generation of receivables, some of the advanced features in Easylib, which will help you completely get the prediction of what all volumes and journals you are going to get, what are the volumes, issues of the journals you are going to get. Then we'll see about the vendor reminders. We will see how do we track the missing issues, what you need to do to get them from the vendors again. Then we will cover the periodicals circulation module. We'll cover periodicals integration with the digital library. We will go over adding a table of contents of the journals into your journal issues. We will cover article indexing so that you can build your own indexing system. Then finally, we will cover your own journal publication. That's you're an organization, you would like to come up with your own journals, maybe on different topics of your choice. You can be able to completely cover this journal publication. So this is a very packed seminar of next 1 hour. We are going to cover in this next 45 minutes. Then we will have 10 minutes for question and answers. Just a little bit background about Easylib. Easylib is a company. Easylib Software Private Limited is a company focused on writing software for the educational segment. Our library software product, entire automation system for libraries, is now running at around 630 colleges. Thanks to a lot of you who have been giving us the constant feedback. Our newer version, which is Easylib 6.4, a cloud version, is running at around 130 colleges all over Karnataka and a few states outside. And nearly 500 colleges are still using our old Easylib 4.42 desktop version, and many of them are on upgrading to the newer version. So in addition to that, we have now launched the Easy One, that is one system for your entire campus administration that starts with campaign management, admissions, student master data management, timetable, attendance, examination, assignment, quiz. It covers additional things like placement management, transport management, goes all the way till alumni management. In addition to that, we have new modules added, which will help you maintain the counseling with the students. We have modules for service desk, inventory management, wherein you will be able to track all the items in your institution, including the tables, chairs, computer, air conditioners, fans, and so on. Service desk helps you let your students and faculty open the tickets whenever they have any issues, and the software takes care of allocating to the respective people, gives you a service level management facility wherein you can make sure that all the open items are addressed on time. So the world of software can make wonders for your organizations. We request your continued cooperation. Now we will begin the demonstration of Easylib software with respect to the periodicals. So some portion of the webinar is going to be done by Hanumant Kilari, who is our support lead, and some of it I'll be covering. Hanumant, over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hanumant is on travel right now. Probably that's the reason why he is having the difficulty in joining. Let me begin the webinar and continue over here. So in the meantime, Tejaswini, Navya, could you please confirm my video as well as audio is clear and the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Tejaswini, can you please confirm?
Yes, sir. It is visible and your voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Tejaswini, can you please confirm whether the audio is okay? I'm not able to hear any of you.
Yes, sir. It's audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, it would be good if somebody can put a message in the chat so that I get a confirmation of whether everything is okay. Okay, good. Thank you. So let me get started over here. So we are driving right into the periodicals module over here in Easylib. So you would start with logging into Easylib. Those of you who are on Easylib 6.4, a cloud customer, right? You will get a URL for your college. You just type your college name.easylib.net, which will help you get started with the Easylib application. So here I click on, let's say, student. I have the ability to log into the API. That's a new one that's coming up in Easylib. Then we have vendor management as well as the administrator login over here. So in this case, you have multiple options to allow the students direct access without the login, or you also have the access wherein you can force that student must log in before looking at your website. So here in this, we have set up the any students can check what are the periodicals without actually having to log in. So they can go to the screen, simply click on PR. PR is going to display them. What are the journals you have subscribed? Let's see over here, periodicals, let it come. Okay, parallelly, I'm going to log into another window over here so that I can show multiple screens. So let me see here to the home page. Let me go to the home page. Okay, so I click on PR. So these are the periodicals that you have subscribed over here. If you press Control P, it is going to expand. Control plus is going to expand. Control minus is going to reduce the font size. Here there are so many journals are subscribed. So here, for example, if you see nearly 365 journals have been loaded over here. If anytime you want to see the name of the journal, you want to search it by you can periodical ID, title, periodicity. If you want example, you are interested only in the monthly journals, you just click on monthly and then you will be able to get the monthly journals list. So, okay. So you can click on this, any of this letter, it's going to show the journals beginning with that. So we have tried to make it as simple as possible. Now, let's see, for our test purpose, I'm going to take this one particular journal, minerals, and manufacturing, minerals. So minerals and metals review. If I click on this, so when I click on this, you are seeing whole bunch of years over here. So you have subscribed to this journal from 2015 onwards, 15, 16, 17 onwards. So you want to see what all the journals have arrived that year. So say, for example, 2023, these are the 6 issues that have come over here and what date they have arrived. You can see going forward, the software also has the ability wherein you will be able to link the actual table of contents to this particular volume itself. So you can see the list of the journals that you have got by clicking on PR, periodicals, and you can drill down what are the years you have subscribed. And under that year, you will be able to see the issues that you have received that particular journal. So this is all accessible on the web pack, makes it very simple. So now if I click on PLI, PLI shows periodical loose issues. If you see over here, let me share. Okay, so let me. Okay, so here you have got periodicals over here. So the loose issues in your organization, nearly 15,000 loose issues you have got. For every issue, there is an accession number automatically generated based on the periodical number, the year of subscription, the volume and issue, and then whether in case you happen to get multiple copies of the same periodical, that also facility is provided in Easylib over here. So this is the accession number. You have got about 15,000 loose issues over here in your organization. You can filter it by different organizations. Suppose if I want only the show me only this particular publisher, it's going to show only that particular publisher over here. So you can search on issue date, receive date, the subscription ID, periodical, title, and so on over here. So multiple options are available as far as the periodicals main menu is concerned. Then we now considering that most of it is all available in the digital material. So we have an equivalent part of the digital subscriptions over here. So here, if you click on D, it is going to list out what are the digital subscriptions that you have subscribed in your organization. So for example, if every one of these journals that you have subscribed that is in the PR is going to be available in the option digitally also, right? So you can simply upload that data into the subscriptions in the digital library. You will be able to get the list of all the digital subscriptions. This makes a job, you can just simply click on it. It goes to that particular subscription website. Again, if you have the subscriptions and you want to track how much you have paid, on what date you have paid, who is the vendor, even for the digital subscription, even that facility is available in Easylib over here. So for the purpose of this webinar today, we are going to focus more on the physical material of the periodicals, and there is a separate webinar conducted for the digital collections. We recently had that digital webinar over there. And I'll just spend a minute on how you can check all our past webinar details. So you can simply go to easylib.net. This is our website. So here is the website. Over here, we try to make it as interactive, as informative as possible. So today you are seeing the website details of this particular webinar. You simply click on it. It's going to go to the registration page. We ask you to register over here. Choose the webinar that you would like to attend. So that way it will help you. That way it will help you register that particular webinar. Okay. So now, if I click over here, see the Easylib demo. If I click on it, it is going to go to our YouTube channel of all the past webinars. So nearly 100 videos are available over here. Multiple demos over here. Demonstrations of the applications. If I click on Easylib Marathi, we recently had webinar conducted in Marathi language as well. One of our team members, Supriya, took the webinar. About 20 people attended. We also have this about 20 people who have seen this webinar differently. So now we have circulation module, student master data management, easy one. So whole bunch of webinar recordings you can see in our YouTube channel. Simply youtube.com/@easylib demo is our link. Okay. So now coming back to over here, the periodicals. So I'm on the home page. I saw the list of the journals that we have in our organization. Some of them may be actively subscribed, some of them may be not subscribed now, but you can maintain the list of all the journals over here. Okay, so now this screen was for the students' benefit, right? So now let me go into the administrator as a login. So here again, you simply click on periodicals menu. Here you are seeing whole bunch of new options over here. Those of you who are customers of Easylib 6.4 may be seeing only the library related portion because only the library has been configured for your installation. Now consider that we have got entire campus automation over here. Here you are seeing a lot more things, and those of you who would like to upgrade from Easylib 6.4 to EasyOne 7.2, you just give us a call. We'll be happy to upgrade and work with you to make sure that you are using the power of information technology to the maximum extent. So let me get started here. I simply click on periodicals over here. Okay, so this is the basic screen where the periodical information is available over here for the purpose of testing. So what I'm going to do is the minerals journal that we talked about, right? We will use that particular journal. Suppose you subscribe to a new journal, you simply go over here. This is the last journal that is subscribed. You simply click the periodical ID of the next one. You type, okay, our journal of mathematics. Okay. So you type whether it's a monthly, whether it's a national periodic, international, what is the subject, all of that you add over here. So once you add, so this goes in 3 levels. First, you define the name of the periodical. That is at the very first level. Then second, what you do is you define the different subscriptions for the year. So let me pick the minerals we are talking about, materials, minerals and metals review, right? So this particular journal, periodical ID 25, is a monthly journal, national journal, and different subjects you can put over here. Simply modify. This is modified. So now you subscribe to this particular journal on a year basis. So if you see, we have got 15, 16, 17, and all that. These are all the different subscriptions. The next level after the subscription is actual issues that you receive on a monthly, weekly, or bi-monthly basis as per the subscription. Okay, so now for the purpose of testing, right? So what we are going to do is we will try to create some of these journals or receivables on this. Say for the purpose of this entire subscription. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, let's say 2025 subscriptions. So suppose this is just a year. There's just an example that we are going to take for this. So I just click on it, minerals. Okay, so now I go here. So this is the journal. So now I am going to click on this. It's now showing the 2024. So now I click on the 2025. Okay, so now this is again I type 2025 here. If subscription number, why this is important is that you might have given one number, but your the journal publishers might give one particular subscription number because that is what helps them track how many issues are supplied to you. So that's why you want to make sure that you put the correct data over here. Then you put the subscription date when it is starting. Most of the journals that we have seen all are subscribed starting with January 1st and end on December 31st. However, in Easylib, we have made it open. You can start from any day. You can end on any day. It can be 6 months. It can be 1 year. It can be multiple years also. So for the purpose of this testing, I'm going to take 1 year subscription. 2025, we were talking about, right? So 2025, January 1st, it's going to start this subscription and it's going to end, let's say 2025, December 31st, right? Okay, so the rest of the things, pre-termination date is, when you subscribe to a journal and you are not happy, so they may be able to give an option saying that if you are not satisfied, you can cancel by this time. Okay, so that way they'll refund you 100% over here. So you can put one of the dates. If you don't know, put the current date, that's fine. And what date you are placing the order, right? And how many copies you are placing, 1 copy, 2 copy, because most of the journals being very expensive, you subscribe only 1 copy. But in case of, let's say, some of the magazines, you might get about 3 copies because 1 copy will go to the library, 1 copy will go to the principal chamber, another copy may, let's say, go to another department. So you can track multiple copies as well. So what is the purchase order number, what is the bill number, bill date, currency, all of that, including dollar rate journals. Everything you can track over here. Okay, so I will simply add this 2025 subscription over here. So now added 2025, subscribe from 1st January 2025 till 31st December 2025. So once this is done, the subscription work is over. So what you can do is every year in the month of December or in the beginning of January, you want to do this exercise for all your journals. There is also a facility in Easylib wherein you will be able to en masse renew all the subscriptions also over here. So that is even more advanced, probably will not cover in this webinar, that we can go with you whenever in the either in the next webinar on an individual basis, which will help you for the entire subscriptions of this year, copy to the next year as well. It's a resource intensive activity. So okay, so what I did, I defined a journal, I defined a subscription. So next what I need to do, I need to see what all journals issues are going to come on what date. That is the most critical part, which will help you get a predictability of what you are going to get. So suppose if I go here, then my testing was on the minerals and metals review. I clicked on it. So if I see here, now there are a whole bunch of subscriptions, right? So now if I click on 2021, if you see 2 issues are yet to be received and 10 issues are already received over here. So now if I click on 2022, I see everything has been received. 23, everything, half of it is received, half of it is not received, 24 and 25 and so on. So for the purpose of our testing, right, we are taking this 25, correct? So we took this. So now I say here, let's say select, nothing is generated here. We don't know what's going to come, but you will know what's going to come, right? So what we will do is if I click on 2023, the volume was 50. Okay, let's see 2024, nothing is there. We'll call it as volume as 51. So for 2025, again, volume as 52. So now let me generate it for 2024. So what I do is I click on generate receivable, most crucial part. Okay, so because I have chosen the 2024 as a subscription, so our first date is 2024, last date is 31st. Okay, so now first issue date. So what date they are going to publish? Are they going to on 1st January, 10th January, 20th January, right? So let me put as the 1st January as the issue date. Now, the journal is published on 1st January, but you will not get it on the first day, right? Because they will take some time to post it to you. Let's say there is a 10 days gap. Okay, even okay, there is a 10-day gap here. So now enter the number of issues in each volume. So now I put 12 here. So now you have the option of putting only 6, right? So if the volume remains the same for 6 months, then after 6 months, it is going to go to the next one, right? In that case, you only put 6 over here. So if you think that entire year same volume is going to come, only the issue is going to be different. So what you do is you put 12 issues in one volume. Okay, what is the first issue within that volume? One I'll put, enter the first issue number. So what is the volume? Oh, sorry, volume number 50, right? So we are going to call it as 51st volume. and the issue is 1. Okay, now there is a currency, it can divide into dollars, rupees, all that thing you have got. Now I click on generate receivable. Now look at it. What happened? So 51 is the volume, issue number 1, copy number 1. One copy you subscribe. So we put a 10 days gap. The issue of 1st January is going to arrive on 11th of January because there is a 10-day gap. So software has automatically added 10 days and telling you that the issue date of 1st January is going to arrive at your library by 11. If it doesn't come on 11, then it's probably delayed, right? So currency rupees 1, 1:1, 275, cost is 275, discount, no discount, you can add it. All right. So you have this entire, this is received over here. Suppose you do a mistake, right? So very simple, you just select all of this, you simply delete. That's it. So now we have cleared this 2024 subscription. So let me start again. So now we are in 2024. I will generate the receivable. This time what I will do for the purpose of testing. So instead of the 1st January, I'm going to call it as the first issue is going to be arriving on, let's say 5th. Okay. So they don't, even though you subscribe from 1st January till 31st December. So the first issue is, let's say, on Friday. Okay, 5th January. And instead of 10 days, I'll put 20 days here. And instead of 6 issues in each volume, I'll put, 12 issues in each volume, I'll put only 6, right? So now 51 is the volume. First issue, volume number is 51, issue number is 1. Okay, now let me remain as written as it is, just let me put 10% as the discount here. Now look at it, what happens. So now here, 51 volume number 51, issue number 1, copy number 1. It is supposed to, we put 20 days gap. And first issue was supposed to be coming on 5th January, right? 5th January was the issue date. So software already has calculated 5th January issue. It's going to arrive by 25th January. 5th February, 25th February, and so on, right? And the price is also divided. 10% is also applied over here. So now volume 51, issue 1, volume 51, issue 2. We remember we had put 6 issues in each volume, correct? So now after 6 issues, automatically the software has modified to say the next volume is going to be 52. And again, the issue number 1, issue number 2, 3, 4, it goes like this, right? So this is what you have got in this. So now, because this is all future date, right? It's not going to as something is not received. Okay. So now let's see here. So now, again, when you receive the journals, all you have to do is, again, you do all your work. Suppose some journals come over here. So you do entire cataloging activity, you do the circulation activity, you come back, suppose you got a couple of copies of that particular journal. Again, you click on menu, go to periodicals module, and go to the receivable generation and tracking. So here our journal was minerals, right? Minerals. And I'm going to choose the 2024 as a subscription. So these are the ones that I should have got. So now if I have got these two, okay, all I need to do is just click on this. It will go to the other side. So these are all the receivables. These are already received. So now you get after a couple of months, some more you get, you simply move, it goes that side, right? So suppose by mistake you have moved something which has not arrived. All you have to do is just click on that, click this red button, it moves this side over here. So you know at any point of time, total 12 issues have to be received, 9 have been received, and these 9 are yet to be received, and 3 of them have been received. Now let's take this example. So suppose they send a notification that we are not going to publish this November issue, right? Only October issue, then directly December issue. All you have to do is simply go choose that and delete. That's it. So it will not even send you a reminder that November issue is going to be received. Now take this example. They tell that one advance issue they are giving. Okay, so in October itself, instead of 1 issue, they are going to give 2 issues, supplementary issue. So all you have to do is just there is a button over here, add. Okay, it's already received, you can add it, or it's going to be received if they had informed, okay, you are going to get 1 in the month of so and so, you can add it. Or if you have already got it, click on received, and here you type what is the volume number 52, what is the issue number. Okay, so they had put, let's say instead of volume was 52, issue was 4, and now they call it as, let's say, 8, issue number 8, just for example. Copy number 1 again. You can put your own accession number over here, whatever you wish. You can put it, I think this was 25, right? What was that subscription number? So usually 25-2024, like that. So I'll click on again, add here. Okay, so received 25-2024. The volume was 52, issue number was 8, copy number 1. So again, if you think that the shortage of space, you just click on Control minus, it will reduce the size. Okay, so now currency, rupee. If they have given everything as 0, that's a complementary copy. Okay, so whatever you want to add it, you simply add it. So now look at this. Volume number 52, issue number 8 has been received today. Right? It was not a part of the receivable, but you have got it. So that is how what you can do is you completely get a predictability of what issues and what volumes you are going to get in your journal. This is one of the most liked features by many of our clients, because there are very few software which do this kind of advanced predictability over in helping you come up with what's going to be received in your organization. The next onwards is pretty straightforward. This was the most complicated part in the Easylib part. So now let me go back again here, our favorite minerals review. So in the main subscriptions I'm seeing over here. Okay, minerals. So let's see here, 2000, we were talking about the, let's see which journal, who is the vendor who is supplying us, right? So this was supplied by vendor. So we have a vendor over here. Vendor is Minerals and Metals Review itself. Okay, they themselves are directly supplying you. Okay, if you are getting from any other vendor, you put it. Okay, so now Minerals and Vendors Review. So all you have to do is go to one of the screen, which is going to give you a reminders. Okay, so now let me click over it. There are a whole bunch of screens in Easylib. So let me, maybe for the purpose of simplicity, I'll go to start one by one. Okay. So this one we covered periodical information. Here you are seeing the list of all the periodicals over here. So, okay, if you want to search by multiple conditions, title, periodicity, no, let me search by vendor. Okay, so vendor, you have to search in the subscription. It's not going to come here. Okay, so now if you are going to search by language, for anything you can do. Okay, so now here you are seeing the further list over here. If you want to get a HTML report because you want to post it onto the notice board, no problem. Just do it over here. So let me come back here. The next one, this is the subscription dashboard. Okay, so this is a very handy screen over here. So what is going to tell you? Current subscriptions. Current year, as of today, how many journals you have subscribed. If you see, we had about 350 journals in our database, right? But right now, for the purpose of testing, we have only 18 journals which are subscribed. So only 18 journals are subscribed, including our favorite minerals and minerals. It's over here because we have subscribed for 2023. You just click on it. Again, it's going to go back to the same screen, which will help you track what is received, what is receivable, and what has been received. Okay. All right. So now this was the periodicals. So list over here. Again, there's a huge amount of option to search by different conditions over here. Again, you can sort it by different areas. Okay. So this was, again, we are in the subscription, current subscriptions we saw. You want to see what all past subscriptions you had. Here you go. You have got it over here. Then all past subscription. You know, what is the difference between past subscription and all past? What it means is that if you go over here, all past subscriptions, these many subscriptions across your 350 journals have been there, 2140. Okay. Past subscriptions, immediate past subscription. Right now we are in 2023. In 2022, how many journals we subscribe? Immediately for each journal, what was the previous one? You are going to see over in the immediate past subscription. Future subscriptions, all the future subscriptions, including the 2024, 25, 26, you know, all these future subscriptions are coming. They are not active right now, but they are for the future years here. And simply this one is the all subscription that you have got. Or again, you can export into Excel, you can do a mix and match, you can generate different reports and so on after exporting. All right. So let me pause for a moment. Water. Okay, so now I'm back over here. So this was the journal receivable generation. We covered it. So new journal awareness. What it means is that what has been recently received over here. Okay, this annual subscription generation, that's what I was telling, right? So now if you click on 2000, I'm not going to click yes here because it's going to take a good amount of time to journal to generate the subscription for the next year for everything, right? You can imagine, 350 subscriptions. It's going to take the past data, create the subscription for all of them next year. So I'm not going to click on this, but this is the annual subscription generation, which is going to do a bulk subscription. Okay. Now receive periodicals, we covered it there itself. Here we have tried to make your job simpler over here. Here, this screen is going to simply give a list of what are the next issues that you are going to get, right? So, for example, Society for Environmental Communication, only 2006 subscription, you are supposed to get volume 14, issue number 17, you are supposed to get. Only that, for that subscription alone, what you are supposed to. So now if I go into our minerals, right? So there are a whole bunch of data over here. So let me see minerals data. If I can find it. Okay. Maybe I have to search a little bit more. Maybe I can go in alphabetical order. Okay. Yeah, there is a whole bunch of them. Basically, what it is doing is it is telling you for each year what is the next issue that you are going to get. Say, for example, 2020 in our test database, right? 6 of them, 2023, 6 of them were received, 6 of them not received. It's going to tell you only one which you are going to get next door. So that is the one that you are going to get. Okay, if you want, you can take it by by date and vendor. If you want, you can choose our minerals. No, that minerals. If I choose over here, minerals and metals review. Oh, there is vendors 2 times they have been defined, correct? So that is called as a data entry error. So typically in a particular organizations, you have only one vendor, minerals and metals review. You are here having there is spelling mistake, minerals and metals review. If you find you have done any mistake like this, right? And you want to merge those 2 vendors, there is a separate tool in Easylib called as a data quality manager. That is going to help you merge multiple publishers, vendors, titles, and so on. So that again is a whole bunch of another set of screens. There are about 25 screens helping you improve the quality of your data. One of the difference between Easylib and other software is that many of the other software help you track all your data. But Easylib not only helps you track your data, it tries to make your job easier. It also tries to find what could be error in your data. Here, if you find that minerals and minerals, both of them are same, Easylib gives an ability to merge both of them. Okay. All right. So now let me choose list over here. So now here, only one is going to come because I might have subscribed so many of them, but for this particular year, right? So what is going to come in this today's period is this one. I put a date range here. In this, it's going to come. Okay. So that is the next one. Okay, so now what I can do is I can give a larger one over here. Let me choose some other vendor which is having many more of them. So let's say Abhishek Publications. Let me put a larger date over here instead of this 1 year. I'm going to put some 4 or 5 years. See, now you are seeing here. So this particular vendor, Abhishek Publications, had to supply you these many journals, right? So now he has not supplied. So what you can do is you can take this report by vendor, by date range, send a reminder to Abhishek Publication. Dear Abhishek, current science, volume number 15, issue number 1 for the subscription year 2020. Issue date 1st August 2020, supposed to have been received by August 4th, 2020, has not been received even after 3 months. Right? So you can generate this report when you want and simply click on export, you get the Excel copy, and then you can format it whatever way you want, and you send to Abhishek Publication saying that, dear Abhishek, these are the volume issues of all our journals which have not been received. Kindly supply them immediately or issue a refund. Right? So Easylib definitely helps you. Periodical module track, identify what's going to come in future, track what has come, get list of the things which have not come, which should have come, then send a reminder to them. So that is what we are doing in this receive periodical screening. Okay, so now this data basically has a lot of test data over here. A huge number of reports you are seeing, records you are seeing. Again, this will vary based on the context, how many journals you have subscribed, how much of data is there. So you can come up with better reports also. Okay, so now this is the receive. So now suppose you have some, let's take newspaper examples, right? Newspaper, what do? You don't give them money in the beginning. In the journal, what you are doing is you are sending $100, $200 upfront, beginning of the year, saying that, okay, we want to subscribe to this channel. But on the other hand, magazines like Sudha, Taranga, or newspapers, what you are doing is you are paying them at the end of the month. So what you can do is you can choose the first date and the date duration for which until you want to make the payment. Click on this date range and choose the journal. What is the vendor who has supplied. Click on summarize. Okay, so now let me go to Abhishek or somebody. One of the journals, if I want to take Abhishek, and he has supplied in this period only one. So if you need to pay him, you need to pay him 2,160 rupees. Okay, so either if I want a longer date, I can put it. It's going to give much more details here, right? So why I'm showing over here? So Easylib supports you both options, where you are able to prepay and track what you have paid and claim refund if something is not been received, or send a reminder to. And in the post pay, you find out what all has been supplied to you in a particular date range from whom, and then you are able to calculate how much has to be paid, and then you send a voucher to your account department to have this 3,510 rupees paid to Abhishek publication. Again, there's the option to print in Excel, HTML, and so. Okay, so this is another view. Today's receivable just come in the morning. You see, okay, this is what I should have been getting today. 8th October 2023. This is what I should be getting. So as soon these of them I have received, and you receive this market as received. If something has not come, leave it as is, right? So this is the today's receivable screen. Okay, let me go to the next one. Periodical indexing. What is this? You have heard about all this in Scopus and other journals, other indexing services. What they do? They go through all the journals and they have got a beautiful index print. So if you want to search on anything, you go to Scopus, you search the things, or automatically it's integrated in the software. You get the journal name, volume, issue, and you are able to download that particular journal. Now imagine this. You are publishing your set of journals. In your organization, you are publishing about 50 journals to your university. But in case many of them are already not indexed by somebody else, who has to do you? You want to do it, because this will help you propagate knowledge about what's in your organization to the world. Right? So your own annual yearbooks. Because if you're an organization of about 50-year history and you are coming up with 10 annual books from the different departments, you are here, right? 10 into 50, 500 books are there. And each of them, even if I have got about 10 articles, 500 into 10, we have got 5,000 articles, which are original creation of yours. Now imagine this, you index all this 500 and you put it into your NAC report. Automatically the NAC committee will be able to easily see the amount of research work you are doing over here. You are not only publishing the journals, you are taking time to index each of them and make it available on your website. Thereby, definitely, we are very hopeful it will help you and get better grade also, in addition to helping your students identify what they are searching for. So if the journal is published by somebody else, probably the world leaders in the indexing, they will do indexing. But if you yourself are publishing, if they're already indexed by somebody else, that's great. Otherwise, you want to index, and Easylib helps you periodical indexing here, right? So content manager is basically another view of what has been indexed by you. Okay, all right. There's something called Cardex. What is this Cardex, right? So Cardex is a pictorial view of what you have got. So now if I click on 2024, I'll see 23, I clicked, right? and periodicals, whatever I want to get, this one if I take, let me see some other one. So, this is the weekly Cardex, so it's going to show the weekly part. So nothing is coming here. Let me choose the older data. Some older data if I choose. Let's say there's not much data in this. So let me skip that. Let me go to the monthly one, our favorite journal of that minerals, right? Minerals review. Look at this. 2010, what you have received. 11, what you have done. 12, what you have done. All of this green color means it has been received. White color means it has not been received. So you very well know 2014 February issue till July has not been received. This will help you prevent all the surprises because somebody comes, they want to get the February issue. You search in the library, you don't find it anywhere. What do you want to do? You want to go to the screen and search. It's going to give a pictorial view. You can tell that, look, we have not received the February issue of 2014 at all. That is why you are not finding the library. It makes the job much easier. So this is the Cardex part. Again, there are many reports available to make your job easier. The same thing, right? Different people want to see in the different formats. So what we have done is that thanks to all of you who have given the feedback, actually, we work with the medical college librarians, engineering college librarians, very senior librarians, the junior most librarians, try to get their inputs, and try to write the software which will help them quickly see the information that they want to see. So here is one such periodical report. Some of it may be available elsewhere also, but otherwise it's giving you this particular journal, bi-monthly journal, vendor is so and so, ISSN is so and so. Subscription volume received how many? Not received how many? So for each of the years of this volume issues, right, you are getting details of how many have not been received and received. Okay. So I would suggest you to play around with this application with your data. So then you will be able to get better hand of the entire application. Otherwise, I will be continuously telling this, but real benefit will come only when you feed the data of your own journals and then go to the different screens and find out what the software can offer. So this is offering on the subscription search. What is the subscription, what you have done between 2018 and 2023, how many subscriptions you have done. Okay. So now what is it saying? Please search at least one search condition, like a subscription search end date. Yeah, this is an interesting one. So if you want to know what all subscriptions are ending this year, right? Very simple. Let me, for the purpose of testing, I'll put a little longer period. It is going to tell you that in this particular date range, and these many subscriptions are ending, right? So this one I have to put. Okay, different conditions are. Let me skip that screen here. I can choose. Let me give an example over here. So this screen was developed because we felt that this was one of these things was supposed to be very important. If you find that this is not required over here, you should not get this kind of report. It should not force. What you can do is you can simply click on support, open an enhancement request. It will make sure that nobody forgets it. Periodicals. Okay. So this screen was called as a periodicals search screen. Periodicals search screen. Simplify the search criteria. Okay. Okay, it is expecting at least one other search condition that is not required. Please remove. Okay, so now production issue means something is affected. Bug fix means something should have been working, it is not working, and it's a that's affecting more clients also. That's a bug fix, right? And enhancement is you wanted something new, right? So this is a typically an enhancement because the software has been worked as designed, but you want some enhancement. Okay, don't force this condition. So that's an enhancement. Suppose you want a totally new feature. Let's say, for example, I go here to the Easylib. It should show the periodical journals. I click on them. It will show a 3D view of that journal. I click on this. It should show that article. I click on that article. It's going to show further details. All the images, some highlights. It will help you annotate all that kind of things. That is called a new feature. You can make it as a new feature. But for the most purpose, just leave it as a production issue. Our team will take care. of identifying and putting into the correct button. What you do is you simply click this and submit. A ticket gets created in your system. As of now, we have got a huge number of enhancements over here. So if you see here, right? So total 693 tickets we opened for ourselves. Whenever we find something new to be done, we open a ticket. For example, some of our customers, right? They wanted Easylib demonstration in Tulu language. In coastal Karnataka, right? Tulu language. So what we did, the first thing that we do is open a ticket. So that will make sure that it's not forgotten. By the way, Easylib demonstration in Tulu language is going to be held next week. If I remember, the most likely the date is going to be August 17th. Please block your calendar. August 17th at 11 a.m. Easylib, entire Easylib application in brief is going to be explained in the Tulu language. Okay. All right. So here are other tickets that are created. All right. So let me close. So enhancements, new tickets, what tickets you have done, frequently asked questions, you can find it over here. A little bit of information is available over here, but you are considering that the software has been changing rapidly. Your best bet to see any new feature is to go to youtube.com/ at Easylib demo and see this particular list of videos. You can probably search on different areas and look at the webinars. So here I'm cataloging. Okay, it's going to show in the this shows you another videos also, but you can go here and see, or otherwise go to easylib.net and see the list of webinars that we have neatly organized over here. So if you go here, right, so there's a section called videos. This video section tells you what is recently conducted. You simply click on them and see that particular video. Okay. Let me come back here. So this was the subscription search. Then there is a year-wise statistical search. Okay, you get a statistical report of this particular period. I want to take it. I'm seeing here what is showing the test journal. Okay, this is a bi-monthly journal. In this period, 22-23. Okay, so how many volumes, issues, and all that. Let's see. There's a good data over here. You can see. Okay. So whether you have subscribed, yes, you are seeing that data here. If it is blank, it means you have not subscribed. What is the time? Let me see here. It's already 11:47. I am only about not even 50% through in the entire periodicals module. So then what I'll do, I'll just directly go to some of the most critical pieces. Okay, in this over here. So the one is all serials list along with their volumes and issues. So this is one thing which will help you really. Here, periodical name, subscription year 22. Okay, so subscription amount is this much. These many issues you have received, these many you have not received. And this is the what you can do. You can simply go here, choose the vendor. Okay, so if the Abhishek Publications, right? You click on this, it is going to give you application Abhishek Publications. You have subscribed these many. For each of them, how many he has supplied, how many are yet to be supplied. Okay, and what is the amount that for the received amount, the sum of the cost of each of the journal for the received, and not received is how much total, right? Of the not received amount. Suppose you are going to do a post payment in regards to Ashwini bi-monthly magazine. You need to pay Abhishek only 2,160. And if you have already paid, you should be getting a refund of 4,320. So this is another screen that you would like to see here. Okay. Cardex, I think we covered it, so we'll probably skip that. It's again the same in a different one. View, it's going to give different formats. It's going to give, you know, it's a pretty dynamic one. So this is an expiry reminder over here. So if you want a reminder for this particular period, you choose this. So it's going to give you for this periodical, this title, this supplier, subscription of this, expiry. Right? I choose this is a little long range. So if you are interested only, okay, tell me only what's going to expire in this year. You simply click this and end of this year, I'm going to put it over here. So it's going to show you what is expiring this year. Minerals and metals review, right? So these are those that are expiring, because you know why this 2024-25 are coming is I issued a purchase order now itself. Okay, so and I put this up in subscription report, another format of the reports. You can get it by department, by page, you know, how many are subscribed by the different department. Because if your NAC audit committee asks, okay, show me how many journals you have subscribed in each of the departments. You simply go over here, put the subscription start date, end date, take this report. So if you want, okay, by subject you want, no problem. This is by subject, right? By vendor, which vendor you have got, no problem. You get AH Wheeler, you have subscribed to 9 subscriptions are active. Total amount is this much during this period. You know, this is also going to help you to see how much you are spending on each vendor, right? So you are spending this much, whether the service quality is good or not. You can, based on that, you can make a conclusion on whether you want to continue with the same vendor or find a better one. Okay, it's going to help you get the data by different things like department, subject, source, vendor, frequency, type, and so on for a particular date range. And this is another thing that many people will like. This is the billing report. Okay, so for this journal, for this subscription received is how many, amount received, no, not issued, how many. This another. Okay. So a few more of them. So that is in the OPAC. So we just copy it and put it over here. Okay. All right. There is something new one. Periodical input. What is this? Suppose you are using another software and you would like to come to Easylib. We have made the job very simple. All you have to do is from whichever software you are using, just simply export the data in two formats, in two files. One is list of all the journals that you have. That is one file. Simply give it, and here all these details like periodical ID, title, periodicity, all of that will come. Next, what you do, all the subscriptions will come, right? So 2021, 22, 23. Here the fields are going to be slightly different. Periodical ID, subscription number, 2021, 22, 23, those are the numbers. Periodical subscription number, what the vendor is giving, okay? Then subscription start date, end date, how many copies, return, all the data. Okay, so first you import the periodicals, then you import all the subscriptions. The third level is you import all the loose issues. As long as you have given an accession number, and you also are able to tell under which subscription year you have come and under which journal, automatically the whole thing will be so simple that as soon as you go to PLI, you will see the list of all the loose issues that are in your library. We will closely work with you to get the entire data into. So this was the core periodical model we covered, whatever is over in this. Now let me go back to my presentation, see what I have missed here. So we covered a maintenance of journal subscribe, year-wise we covered. Okay, issues we covered renewals, subscriptions, we covered automatic generation, we covered a vendor reminder. So what you can do is you can find out the list of the journals you have not received from the vendor for the date range, download into Excel, create a manual. Okay, I think there is a ticket that we are working on to help you even send a draft an email and then send it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There is a new feature that's going to come over. Say, for example, I can go here and there is a new module that we have here in sales desk. I can click on this particular one. I can click on there is a OD. If I click here, I can click on plus P. It's going to help me draft that I spoke to that particular vendor. And there is an option called plus E somewhere here, which will help you send a reminder. Type the email, click send it. You can also track the attachments. Okay, what all attachments you have sent to them, what all letters you have got from them. What you can simply do is whenever they send a reminder or something information, you simply scan it, attach to that particular vendor. So that's a new enhancement that's coming. Okay. All right, vendor reminder, track missing issues we saw. We got to see, okay, 6 issues were received in 2023, 6 were not received, right? So, okay, periodical circulation. All right, it's very simple here. So now let me find out, let me take a couple of these periodicals. Let me see the PLI itself. I'll go here and PLI, I'll see, okay. So suppose somebody wants to borrow this loose issue. All you have to do is just go to circulation. Okay, click on it. It's going to open. It's going to taking a minute, little bit, because it's today first time we are opening circulation in our demo, because the first time you click on circulation, it's going to do the fine calculation. You can imagine it came pretty fast. What you can do is here there is a periodic loose issue circulation. You simply click on it. Loose issue number you put it. Minerals and metal review monthly national 51 has come, and who is going to issue this particular member and issue. That's all. Very simple. Member is not authorized. All right. So that's why it's not allowing. So you just have to go and change in the member parameters, and then let me see. I can do that. Right? Member parameters, right? So member parameters. If I go here, I'm a student, I believe. I'm not sure who am I here in this periodicals. Let's search here in the circulation. Okay. So if you get this problem saying that somebody is not authorized to borrow. Okay. So I'm a professor. All right, good. So now what I do is professor setup has not been done. So I click on professor. Okay. He is authorized to borrow 20 on all these books. Now we will go to the periodicals. Periodicals. Let's say I can borrow 5 for 10 days. Fixed due date is if you want to get everything on the last day of the semester back. Okay. Number of reserved days 2, fine is let's say 1 rupee. And I can do it one time, so I just want to add it. Okay. So now periodical is that. So now let me try again issue here. So I go here. Circulation, right? So I click on this. Now freshly the data is loaded. So this was the journal, right? Oh, I was in the regular periodical, so let me go to the loose issue. Okay, so here and ASPL 0108 was the member ID. And mute. Okay. All right. So then I say issue. Again, something I think I might have to set up another parameter. I'm not sure. Let me leave it to the month. That will help us set up. I'm going to skip this. Okay. But anyway, here on this screen, you are going to be able to issue this particular journals to any profile over here. Again, just like a normal circulation, you have got over here. So if I click on normal circulation, right, or we have not borrowed any. Okay, so what it's saying that now has borrowed these 2 books. So transaction number, accession number, item type, instead of the in-house reading, it's going to show as periodicals, title, volume, issue date, due date, and what the fine and so on. It's going to display. Okay, so that was the periodical loose issue circulation. So let me go over here. Integration of periodicals with the digital contents of periodicals. That's an interesting thing. I know I'm running out of time, so let me, I think, hope you'll be okay if the session is extended by 15 minutes just for cooperation. Okay, so integration of periodicals with digital content. So what it means is that you go to the digital library module here, right? So here you go to the digital library module, and here what you do is you create a table of content as one of the ebook entry types. So let me do one thing. Search ebook type entry. So here are different you have got. You can put the journal table of contents. Right? So you simply add it over. So here is the journal table of contents. So what you do over here, then you go to the journal. Let me check any type over here. So let's see what is the last ebook that I have got. Ebook. So 21,242 was the last one, right? So now instead of so what I'll do is here journal table of contents, test, you know, test anything I want to put. Then now what I can do, I can choose this particular file. Okay. Let's see if there is anything that I can upload it over here. Periodicals PDF. Okay, so I'm going to upload this. So this is a PDF type, and now I can simply add it. Okay, what the subject is asking actually. Subject. Okay, journal POC. Add up the subject. Okay, title journal POC. So I can put in the subscription that I will any okay, so now it has been added. So now when your students go to your EBT, EBC or E, right? Or let me go to EBT, ebook by types. So here you are seeing any journal table of contents, one copy. Now I click on this, view the copy, the entire this PPT. What I'm showing here is what I uploaded in the table of contents just now in front of you. So that is what it is showing. One of our clients, that is the Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology, they have done a wonderful job. Real, if I say just if you click, and what they have done is if you go to EPP, right? So journals, periodical back volume, project reports, the table of content they have uploaded for. Okay, so now if I put, let's say here, it may be a lot of data over here. So let me search EPC by course type. If I click, these many are there, and mobile packet backbone network. I click view this copy. Is displaying. Okay, this is the project report over here. Okay, so this was the back volume. These many of them, business perspective research, volume 4, issue number 2. I click on it. It is going to show the table of contents of that particular graph. Okay. The next step here is doing the article indexing. Okay, that's a different one. But at least if somebody wants to know what are the contents of volume 4, issue number 2 in this business perspective research, 2016 issue July, you refer to this right here. So you can easily, you can see, if you see here, right, they have uploaded something like 5,000 items. And again, whether you allow the guest access or no, it's up to you. Here in this case, it's different. All right, so that was integration of periodical with the digital contents. So as far as the actual PDF copy of the entire journal itself, right? If you're authorized, you can add that entire journal. If you're not authorized, I think you should just stick to uploading only the table of contents. But as far as the actual contents of the entire journal are concerned, you want to ask the student to consider that. Okay, so this one, the integration of adding journal table of contents is what we saw. Periodicals with the digital contents, right? So that we covered earlier here. For each of the periodicals that you have got, you want to create an alternate entry, additional entry under the digital line, saying that this is the journal, this is the link here. And probably there is one more option which we can link also here, as long as you put that here itself. Okay, put that URL, the students will be able to refer to the live URL of that journal and subscribe. Okay, suppose you have got only the digital copy, not in the physical form, then you want to add it in the T. Okay, add it in the T. And if you have got both physical and digital, then you add it in the periodical subscriptions itself. What is it? Okay, the next one was article indexing that we covered. Okay, last but not the least one, that's the own journal publication. So you have seen, right? If I go to World Education Ranking, okay, so now you have got something like the Harvard University, Stanford University stand at the top. The reason, so much amount of research is happening. If you go to their website, the first thing, one of the first things that they would publish on their website is how many of their professors have got Nobel Prize, how many journals have been published, how many research papers have been published in different areas and so on. So now, if you want to build the habit of writing in your organization, the very first thing that we highly recommend every organization is start your own journals. Right? Very simple. In Easylib, we have added a new module over here. Simply click on it. There is a journal publication module. Okay. So journal. Okay. Click on this journal publication. It is going to help you the status. Okay. And what are the journals you are going to publish? You want to come up with current research in nutrition, online journal of bioscience, test, whatever journal you want to come up with, define it first. Then you want to, next step is that you want to come up with what all issues you are going to come up with. This particular journal, this volume, this issue, I'm going to come in this month, publish in this month. So define this, define a journal, define the publication schedule of your journals, January, February, March. Then the third step is for each journal, what are the articles that you are going to get. So for this example, right? So you are going to get this current research in nutrition and food science. This is the title. This is the issue number 1, 2, 3. It can be, who is the author, who is your library member, one of your student or a faculty, who is the first reviewer, who is the second reviewer, and what is the article status. Right? So this is an evolving module. Lot of enhancements are going on. If those of you who would like to come up with own journals, right, we'll be happy to deploy this module for you. Use it, give the feedback. We can work together with you on making sure that the module becomes strong, as well as you get the benefit of tracking closely all the journals that you are subscribing in your library. Ultimately, on your website, you have a clear track, the data showing, okay, these many journals published and these many articles published, and the link for each of the table of content or the actual article. Imagine the amount of goodwill you are going to get in the student community about the research capability of your organization. So that's the journal model. Okay. So pretty much, I think we covered the periodicals with one simple module. We took almost like more than 1 hour. And from Easylib, what we have tried to do is go deep into every area. So every area, if you see here, right? So if I click on menu, here you are seeing so many models here. This is the entire campus information administration module over here. Pretty much you can run a university using our software here. So establishment, we defined multiple colleges, including the management, medical, dental, fed the data, test data, and try to test it how the software looks. And I should tell you, it's looking good. And definitely we would like to work with you to automate your entire campus as well, in addition to the library. We go over here, the placement model is there, assignment model is there, quiz is there, member clubs and subscriptions, right? So you want to encourage your students to conduct more and more events, right? Conduct more, you have more and more groups, associations, and take up the activities. And you link it with the journal module, right? So you ask the students to start a sports club, and or otherwise as another different club. Have them write the articles, come up with the videos, come up with the creative material, publish in your own journal. So you are inculcating the habit of coming up with the creative thing among the students. So definitely it helps in that, right? You can go over here and just OPAC itself. There are so many options here. If you click on the home menu, right, there's the OPAC itself, completely customizable, and I can go on and on. There is another complete detailed video about OPAC. Okay, so let me pause here. Thank you so much for attending the webinar of the periodicals module. The forum is now open for the questions. I'll be happy to take the questions. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Namaste. Hello.
How to merge vendor? Okay, very good question actually. So let me see here whether the vendor is available or not. So let me see here. So setup for data quality management, data quality improvement. Here is the merge over here. Let me see whichever is available to merge. I'm going to show it. Data quality setup. Merge publishers. Okay, I found merge publishers. So what you do is here, if you don't have, it's going to come there. Merge vendors. So you simply click on this screen, and here, let me, for the purpose of testing, I'm going to take Tata. Okay, let's see here. You have got Tata McGraw-Hill EDU, Tata McGraw-Hill Education, Tata McGraw-Hill Education Private. All three are same. Correct, all 4, 5, all of them are same. what you can do is you can pick up which is the correct one. Suppose the correct one is Tata Macro Education Private Limited. Click on, okay, let me choose this one. So this one is the correct one. All right. So these 5, and now go over here. Okay, whichever is the correct one, you choose it and merge. So what it is going to do, it's going to merge all the books, journals, the ebooks, whatever you have procured from any of these 5 Tatas. It's going to merge into Tata Health Macro Health Education. So I think there are even more duplicates actually. Let me choose all of them. Okay, these 5 I'll choose. Tata Macro Health. Okay, see, you can see so many of them. Let me choose this is the correct one. I'm clicking on merge. Or even more of these 5 are merged here. Let me go here, Tata again. Okay, now there are only few of them. So if you think that even these also have to be merged, you simply click. Okay, info media, these are different, that's fine. These 4 of them, I'll again merge with Tata Macro, right? Tata Macro, okay, this one. Now everything is merged here. So now if I click on, okay, show me how many Tatas are there. All right, nothing is there. Done. Okay, so only one Tata Macro. Like that, there is another screen for vendor. I don't remember where is that, or maybe it's not yet added, but that will be added for the benefit here. So, Vani, hope that answers your question.
Sir, namaste. Library, sir.
Okay, so Navya, can you please try to unmute everyone? Thank you, sir. One more question. Can we be able to find a modified ID in the periodical section? Modified ID in the periodical section. Modified ID, what is that? Can you please help me understand? I can't make out. Oh, modified ID. Are you talking about who modified the data of the periodical? So maybe we can take it offline. Okay, modified ID. So let me check if there is a trail log maintained for who did the last modification. Let check in our database and then get back whether we have that feature or not. So we can get the modification log. We'll get back on this. By the way, Vani, I think Vani is our customer. I think she is from SDA I believe it's the same Vani. They were the medical college one of our long-term customers. Thank you. All right, it's good. We have got about nearly 28 people on the webinar, which is a very good count. Thank you, all of you who have joined this webinar. We look forward to interacting with you more and more, and we hope you're happy with the Easylib usage. Any feedback, any questions, kindly do write to us. Here, my number. Let me go to the last slide here. This is the current state of Easylib. Those of you who are new to Easylib, Easylib is hosted on the cloud. It's running on our different servers that we have at different providers as well as our own data center. That means that you don't need any servers at your place because we host it. Secondly, the software is ready. It's completely running. Then it's proven software running at hundreds of places. A lot of new ideas and the new things are there. We are open to getting the new feedback from you. And these are the benefit it offers, and here are our contact details. Kindly reach us, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay, one of our team member has a question. So, myself.
Sir. Hello, good morning, sir.
One moment. Okay, I am not able to hear Srinivas. So can you please put the question on the chat? I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Kelsutte, sir. Good morning. Hello. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
Maybe let me try to rejoin this in case there is an issue. Let me join again. Srinivas,
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್? ಹಲೋ.
I am so sorry. I ended up putting the wrong headphones. Okay, sorry. Now I know why I was not able to hear you, Mr. Srinivas. Sorry about that. Okay, let's ask the question. Now I can hear you.
Sir, now, okay, good, your periodicals. So now we are engineering, no? There are in digitalized data, journals.
Correct. Okay.
How your software helps, sir?
ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ನಾಯ್ಸ್. ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಓಕೆ. ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ VTU ಇಂದ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ VTU ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಈ ಡಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ. If you have got 500, 1000 of those journals, IEEE ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಇರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಓಕೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ K-Nimbus, ಬೇರೆದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಹ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವೇ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಕಮ್ ಟು Easylib, they will see K-Nimbus as one of their subscription. They will be able to search there also. Srinivas, okay, this is the correct headphone, but
okay, remote access, sir, they're giving.
Okay, remote access ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಆ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ Easylib ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈಗ amc.easylib.net ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ they will be able to open that also.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ?
ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು that will have to talk to those the people actually. ಅದು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು VTU ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇರ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ದೇರ್ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ K-Nimbus.
ಅದನ್ನ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದು
ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದು, ಈ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ? ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್.
Maybe I'm not able to understand the question.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಈ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ IEEE ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದು, IEEE ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ K-Nimbus ಇದು ಅದು Easylib ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
K-Nimbus, what happens if they try to open K-Nimbus from home? Will it work or no?
ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಸರ್, ಅದು VTU ಒಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಮೊದಲು ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಇವಾಗ K-Nimbus ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ K-Nimbus ಇತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, VTU ಸಮ್ IEEE ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ.
ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ. I know a lot of people have asked us, why don't you come up with the Easylib remote access? That we have not yet launched actually. ಅದು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ within Easylib only you can access the remote access. ಅದಿನ್ನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್. So I know that's a lot of customers have been asking, but that requires a lot of upfront effort from our side, investment. So right now that's not there.
Okay.
But one ಇದೆ, there is one more I want to show you. For the benefit of everybody, there is something called we have launched the Easylib Discovery now. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ Easylib Discovery ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಸಿಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು. ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸರ್ಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಜರ್ನಲ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ the rough data shows that there are total 90,000 publishers in the world. Scholarly journals published are more than 1 lakh. So what it is doing is open access. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾ ನೆಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ IEEE ಇಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು
ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಅ ಸಪರೇಟ್
ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
yes. Thank you. Okay, questions from anybody else? Sorry, I was having a different headphone. I couldn't hear what anybody had asked throughout the webinar actually. So kindly repeat the question if you have. Okay. You have to unmute and then speak. Okay. If there are no questions, again, I'm just going to the slide. Here are the different phone numbers. Supriya is one of our support team members. Her number, she is also the one who gave the Marathi webinar. And Hanmant is our support lead. Here is number. And my name is Vasudev Deshpande. I'm one of the founders of the company. And here is Sidhu, our sales manager. You can reach to any of us. Or if you are already a client of Easylib 6.4, click on the support, open a ticket. That's it. We'll be there to help you all. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Srinivas, Vani, for making it interactive. Yes. Thank you. My request to everybody, kindly do refer more clients, because the more and more clients we have, the more and more innovations we can come up with and help you even more. Thank you so much. Today is Tuesday, right? And the next webinar is going to be on Thursday morning, again at 11 o'clock. We will announce the topic. Tomorrow you are going to get the email on what is going to be the topic. It's going to be on Thursday at 11 a.m. again. Look forward to having many of you. Thank you so much.